As Alberta's urban schools deal with overcrowded classrooms, rural schools like in Byemoor, Alberta face the opposite problem: not enough students to stay open. Byemoor is a small hamlet about 140 kilometers southeast of Red Deer. Its school has just about 35 to 40 students, right at the minimum funding threshold. If enrollment drops below 35, the school could lose nearly half its provincial funding. Guy Needs, board chair with Clearview Public Schools, says that puts the future of schools like this at risk.
Our biggest concern with East Central rural Alberta is declining student enrollment. We're really worried that you hit one year where you trigger the threshold for one or two students, even though you have a viable school that's supported by the community.
He says the division has written to the education minister asking for changes to how rural schools are funded. Losing the school could mean longer bus rides and losing the heart of the rural community.
It would essentially kill their community.
The falling student numbers, he adds, are due to its declining rural population. But schools in these communities are more than just classrooms. As Superintendent Scott Lee says, they essentially glue the community together.
They really are the piece that brings and draws these families together on a regular basis to spend time together, to visit together, to socialize together.
Another impact, he adds, will be to their 4 staff members, as they are already teaching 3 grades.
We can't afford the staffing levels that we've got.
Lee says the province should rethink how rural schools are funded.
A hard and fast rule in a community that is not close to other communities doesn't make a lot of sense. I think we need to look at what is the distance that kids would have to travel. How long will they be on the bus? It's not just black and white.
In an email response, an education ministry spokesperson says rural schools are essential to their communities and their funding has extra supports to help keep them open. For 2025-26, they've also added extra funding for operations and maintenance to help rural school boards manage their facilities. For many families in Byemoor, the school holds generations of memories.
I went to school here and my sons went to school here and the grandkids went to school here.
There's so much potential there that would be lost for our students, for our community. And it would be just horribly sad to lose that potential.
For parents like Kyle Sorensen, the message is simple.
The biggest thing is the school leaves, the community leaves, and a lot of these small towns will end up dying, and we need these small towns. There's still people out here, but there's just not as many of us.
For Byemoor, the future of its school may decide the future of the community. Nadeer, Hashmi, CBC News, Red Deer.